What's good, everyone? Welcome to today's trade recap of the day. Today is Friday, September 12th, 2025. I'm going to be going over the one trade I ended up taking. I made $8,900 on the day today. So we'll get into that in just about a second here. First off, I want to show you guys my P&L ski. Baby numbers, I know. Reasoning for this, guys, I did want to de-risk today just because it is Friday. Friday does tend to be my worst days, as well as I am requesting a pretty fat payout today, so I just want to be de-risked on the day. Okay, so let's get into it, though. It was a really obvious bias, really obvious day. This is probably going to be a pretty quick trade recap. So let's start off with the 4-hour time frame, okay? We are very obviously trending towards all-time highs here, right? What I want you guys to take away from these trade recaps, if you're going to take away anything, it's to not overcomplicate your bias, right? Trade with the trend. The trend is your friend. There's no reason when you look at the 4-hour time frame and you see this high, perfect draw on liquidity, you see price clearly respecting bullish, disrespecting bearish, right? This is a very obvious telltale sign that we are going towards all-time highs, okay? And just don't fade this, okay? And coming into the morning, right? I'll just walk you through my whole entire thought process on the whole entire day. Okay, we had 9:30 open. What do I want to see happen at open? Well, if I'm bullish, I want to see a 9:30 open low. Into what? Into my higher time frame key level. So where's the higher time frame key level here? Well, I'm going to whip out my GAN box from this low to this high. This is that distribution move that happened after we hit this 4-hour fair value gap right here. And after we swept this low, we then got that distribution move, right? So I'm looking to see this. If we are going to be bullish, I want to see EQ of this range get respected. And I'm looking specifically at the fair value gaps and PD arrays. A PD array is just any ICD concept. Fair value gaps and liquidity pools inside of EQ to get respected, right? So we have not only this 15-minute intermediate low, which is just a low inside of a gap, we have also this order block on the 15-minute time frame. And this is resting right below EQ. So this is the lowest point in which I'd want to see price go to if I'm going to be bearish. If I'm going to be, if I'm going to be bullish. If I'm going to be bearish, what's going to happen with this? We are going to displace through this, and then what can we then expect? For price to then retrace probably, and then trade lower, hit this low, right? If I'm going to be bullish, though, this should soup this, meaning we should just get an instantaneous reaction off this, and then trade higher. Okay, so let's see what open does. We have open right there, bada bing, bada boom. And this is just such a beautiful open. I love when we do this with the open. You can just go back to all my trade recaps. I talk about this all the time. When we end up generating liquidity at the buy side liquidity pool right here, which is all-time highs, exactly what you want to see happen. We then trade lower, hitting this low. And immediately, I'm just looking at the charts. I'm just monitoring. Reasoning for that is because we do have 10 a.m. news. So I am waiting for 10 a.m. news to drop first before taking an actual trade. But I was just monitoring. We did have this 30-second. Even if there wasn't 10 a.m. news, I still probably wouldn't have taken this 30-second. The delivery was pretty shit. This took a lot of candles invert, and I didn't really like this close, especially with this this high. We should have closed above it. I don't like to see closes like that. But yeah, anyways, didn't take this. Also because Alpha Futures doesn't allow news trading. Well, it does, but just on the accounts that I'm currently on with Alpha, they don't allow news trading like 3 minutes before and 3 minutes after. So I just wasn't even trying to mess around with that. And then from there, we also had the high time frame inversion in the leg, which was this 5-minute. If there wasn't news, this would be a setup I'm taking 10 out of 10 times. That's it. This is an A+++ setup, textbook. But since there wasn't news, and we sometimes do create those news candles, I'm waiting for then that to form, which is what we got right here. We got data lows formed right here. Okay, so at this point in time, 5-minute inverse, we have data lows. We also have this high. Okay, we can do two things. We can just go up, hit the draw on liquidity. If we do that, I'm getting off for the day, right? My draw on liquidity and objective of the day will be taken. That means I'm done, okay? But my objective of the day and this high in specific is still intact, which is really, really good. So I'm looking to see now price trade down, sweeping out data lows, and then trade higher for a long, right? This is the range that we're currently working with, and this is the key level because this is a really strong draw, okay? So what do we end up doing? Trading lower, and then we create an SMT with data lows here. Now, you might be asking, Blake, why do you not care about this SMT, right? With this 9 a.m. high, right? So this is your 9:30 high, and there actually was an SMT here, right? We did have this high taken on ES and this high taken. I went over this in my last video too, in my last trade recap. If we have a bullish SMT, which looks like this, right? And ES is the stronger pair. Logically, ES is going to trade above this and then hit this high, right? Logically, that's just what's going to happen if the SMT is there, right? When we had this SMT inside the key level right here, internally, as well as externally, of course, right? But this is just going to send price higher on ES, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Just logically, this doesn't mean this is a bearish SMT, right? ES is just trading higher because it's the stronger and leading pair at that point, okay? Or asset. I always say pair, dude. Anyways, so then here, we end up trading lower. We hit data lows on ES, right? So there is that bullish SMT that gets formed. There's your key level that gets hit. At that point in time, I'm then looking for longs off of this. The long I'm looking for is the highest time frame inversion of this manipulation leg that hit the key level, right? From this high to this low. And this is the 2-minute fair value gap here. 2-minute inversion here, beautiful. Ended up taking it right there off the close. Stop loss here was at the fair value gap that got created. I was looking to see it. I mean, if we were going to go all the way down here, this trade idea might most likely be invalid. If we were going to hit this gap, I'd want to see this gap get traded into, then hold and get respected. So that's why my stop loss was right here. And then my take profit was at all-time highs, right? Break-even point was at the internal high. And hit TP in like 4 minutes. So really, really nice 4-minute TP, really quick scalp. And that's pretty much that. Again, I de-risked today because it's Friday. We're at all-time highs. I'm up a lot in the week. I'm trying to de-risk myself because I know a loss is coming. I've been fucking winning and winning and winning, and I've been on a really crazy winning streak even before I started posting these trade recaps. Just with when I used to do live trading with the Discord, they know. But yeah, anyways, that's that. And yeah, I'm pretty much done for the week. Obviously, it's Friday, so enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Obviously, this end up trading a lot higher. Do I care? No, right? This is all-time highs territory. This is unknown. We can continue pumping all the way to fucking 25,000. We can also dump lower. I don't know. I took my piece of pie and I took where I know the highest probability point in which price could hit. So yeah, got my piece of the pie for the day. I'm done. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this trade recap. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying these trade recaps I've been posting. If you guys have anything that you want me to do differently, or I will take suggestions in the comments. So leave a comment below. And if you watch this far, comment the word. Fuck, what's a word? Comment the word pickle. All right, comment the word pickle, and I'll do something to you. Do something to you. I don't know what it is, but I will do something to you, okay? Thank you guys for watching, though. Enjoy the rest of your week, and have a great weekend. And if you guys want to use TradeSyncer, code is PB. Where is it, PB trading? I don't know. I think it's PB. Code PB, so you can copy trades like this. And then if you guys want an Alpha Futures account, code is also PB for that. That's the prop firm I trade with. And that's that. Peace out, team. Have a good weekend. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. Get the fuck off the charts. Don't be locked in on the charts. Maybe Sunday is a good day to lock in on the charts. But yeah, take some time off. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.